says, oh, there's a wailing in Israel, for the children of Israel have been cut off. Can you imagine the stacks of dead babies, stack upon stack upon stack, almost the first hint of a genocide as the enemy thought the demise of the Messiah, willing to kill anybody and everybody to get what he wants. Watch out for people who will kill anybody and everybody to get what they want. They don't care how many people get destroyed as long as they get acknowledged. They don't care how many people get hurt as long as they get what they want. And they will kill anything that looks like you, anything that could be you, anything that gets near you. Because when you really belong to God, God will hide you. He'll hide you. Have you ever had God hide you? He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Sometimes God will hide you. He'll hide your gift. He'll hide your talent, because had he released you sooner, the jealousy would have killed you, and God will hide you. And so the drops of blood that fell in the temple turns into a river of blood as dead babies all over Israel were killed that he might live. And they hid him in Egypt for 2 years. And God told Joseph, keep him hidden until I tell you Herod is dead. The Bible doesn't tell us how he died, but it does tell us that he did die. The killer died. The killer died. The murderer died. The very one who set out to terrorize and kill others ended up in 2 years he was dead himself. Touch not mine anointed, neither do my prophets no harm. In 2 years, old Herod was dead. I got good news for you, children of destiny. God will cut off anybody that gets in between you and the destiny that he has designed for your life. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to get even. The battle is not yours. It belongs to God. Don't fight with Herod and don't argue with Herod. God will deal with Herod. You just hide and wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. And in 2 years, old King Herod, in 2 years, the one responsible for the genocide of innocent babies in 2 years, Herod was dead. And God said, you can do it now. I don't know who I'm preaching to today, but for somebody, your word is you can do it now. You can do it now. The thing he wouldn't let you do before, you can do it now. The stage is set. The enemy is abated. Pharaoh is destroyed. Herod is held back. You can do it now. And here comes Jesus up out of Egypt. Just like Israel came up out of Egypt. Here comes Jesus up out of Egypt. Anybody God will use in a mighty way has to come up out of Egypt. You can't redeem anybody until you come up out of Egypt. I feel like preaching this thing this morning. Up out of Egypt. He comes. And they called him the child. And the child went on, waxed strong, and grew great. Somebody's carrying something. It don't look like much right now because it's just a little baby. But the child is going to go on and wax strong and grow great. I know something about carrying a child. I remember so well how they laughed at me when I started my church and called me the boy pastor with my 7 members. And they laughed at it and they thought it was a joke, but they're not laughing now. Yeah. Despise not the day of small beginnings. You have to start small to go on and wax strong and grow great. But he that hath began a good work in you shall perform it unto the day of Jesus Christ. So just go on, wax strong and grow great. For if God be for you, he's more than the world against you. I feel like preaching to somebody today. Touch your neighbor and say, go on, wax strong, grow great. Look at your neighbor and say, I believe I'll go home. I believe I'll wax strong. I believe I'll grow great. Might not look like much right now, but keep on watching me. I'm going to go on. I'm going to wax strong, and I'm going to grow great. Now let's take a praise break right now.
Still to come on the Potter's Touch.